Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of business. You might want to grab some popcorn for this one, because we are diving into a company that is playing a very interesting game of musical chairs with its structure. Get ready for some corporate acrobatics. This report is all about a company called Globalink Investment Incorporated and what they've been up to lately. It seems like they are undergoing some pretty big changes, and we are here to break it all down for you. If you like getting direct insights from these official filings, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can chat with us and other corporate nerds. First off, let us talk about the date. This report is filed on the 7th of October 2025, and it is talking about events that happened most recently. Think of it as a company diary, but instead of personal thoughts, it is full of important business updates that the public needs to know. This is an 8K report, which basically means it is a report of what is called current events for a publicly traded company. It is like a news flash from the company to the world about something significant. The star of our show today is Globalink Investment Incorporated. They are based in Delaware, a state known for being a business-friendly place. Now, who are they reporting to? They are reporting to the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. In the United States, the SEC is like the referee for the stock market, making sure companies play fair and disclose important information. It is interesting to see that Globalink has checked the box saying they are an emerging growth company. This means they are relatively new and have less than a certain amount of revenue. This often comes with some regulatory perks, but also means they might not have the long track record of established giants. One of the main things happening here is a change to the company S foundational document, its certificate of incorporation. Think of this as the company S constitution. They amended it, and this change officially went through on the 7th of October 2025. So what does this amendment do? It seems to remove a specific requirement that the company had to have a certain amount of net tangible assets when it did its first big business deal. This might sound technical, but it is important because it can make it easier for the company to pursue certain business combinations, essentially freeing up their hands for bigger moves. This section really gets to the heart of the action. It details a special meeting of Globalink stockholders. Stockholders are the owners of the company, and they get to vote on big decisions. The big event being voted on is a merger. This is where two or more companies combine in this case. Globalink is merging with a Cayman Islands company called Alps Life Sciences Inc. and a related entity called Pubco. It is a multi-step process, but the goal is essentially to combine these businesses. It looks like this deal has been in the works for a while, with several amendments to the original agreement. The actual vote happened on the 7th of October 2025 at a special meeting. A good number of shares were represented, meaning enough owners showed up either in person or through a proxy, which is like giving someone else permission to vote for you. This quorum ensures the meeting is legitimate. The first proposal was to approve the redomestication merger. This is where Globalink merges into Pubco, and Pubco becomes the main publicly traded company. And guess what? It passed with a massive all-in vote. Next up was approving the business combination agreement itself, which includes merging another part of the deal, the acquisition merger. This also got a unanimous stamp of approval from the shareholders. Remember that charter amendment we talked about earlier? This was Proposal 3, and it also sailed through with an unanimous vote. It seems the shareholders were in full agreement with these changes. Interestingly, there was a proposal to adjourn the meeting, meaning to postpone it. But since all the other important proposals passed with flying colours, there was no need to actually present this one. When everyone agrees, you just move forward. Now for a bit of a twist, in connection with all these votes, a number of shareholders decided to cash out. This section talks about the redemption of public shares. Basically, some shareholders exercised their right to get their investment back in cash instead of becoming part of the new combined company. Around 59,966 shares were redeemed. This means a significant chunk of shares decided to take the money and run. After these redemptions, Globalink will have a much smaller number of public shares outstanding. This is a pretty common move in these types of merger situations, especially if shareholders are unsure about the new direction or simply want to lock in their profits. Finally, we get to the exhibits. Think of these as the attached documents that provide more detail. Exhibit 3.1 is the actual document for that Fifth Amendment to the Certificate of Incorporation, the one that removed the net tangible asset requirement. And Exhibit 104 is the cover page for the interactive data file, which is kind of like a machine-readable version of the report. Lastly, we have the signatures. This is where the authorized people from Globalink sign off, confirming that everything in the report is true and accurate to the best of their knowledge. Say Leong Lim, the Chief Executive Officer, has signed this report. The date of the report is the 10th of October 2025. Now, let's zoom out and look at what this all means. Globalink Investment Incorporated is clearly in the midst of a significant transformation. They are merging with Alps Life Sciences Inc. and Pubco, essentially repositioning themselves under a new corporate umbrella, Pubco. The elimination of the net tangible asset requirement from their charter signals, a willingness and perhaps a need to pursue business combinations more aggressively, the unanimous shareholder votes on the merger proposals indicate strong support from the owners for this new direction. However, the redemption of nearly 60,000 public shares is a noteworthy event. While it is not uncommon in these situations, it does mean a substantial portion of the existing shareholder base is choosing to exit rather than participate in the future of the combined entity. This could suggest some uncertainty or a desire by these shareholders to realize their gains. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we always look for management that is transparent and aligned with shareholders. Here, the transparency is there with the filing, and the shareholder alignment seems positive with the unanimous votes. But the significant redemptions warrant a closer look at shareholder confidence in the post-merger company. The key risks here revolve around the success of the merger itself and the post-merger integration. Will Pubco be able to deliver on the promises of this combination? With Alps Life Sciences involved, the future performance will heavily depend on the strategy and execution within the life sciences sector. The opportunities lie in leveraging the combined strengths of these entities to capture market share or develop new products or services. In conclusion, Globalink is making a bold move, shedding some old constraints to embrace a new identity and strategic direction. The unanimous shareholder approval is a strong signal of support, but the significant share redemptions are a point to monitor. We will be watching closely to see how this reshaped Globalink performs in the coming quarters. Alright, that is our breakdown of Globalink Investment Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these merger plans and the share redemptions? Do you think this is a smart move for the company? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button truly helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on Corporate Decoder.